Greetings. I welcome you back to the temple. Let us settle the mind and open the spirit. Before we begin, I want you to do something for me. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, let go of the noise outside this room. Put down your worries. Put down your phone notifications. Just for a few minutes, give yourself permission to be completely here, to see the reflection in the water. The water must first be still. So, let us still the water. Good. Now that you are present, I want to invite you into a visualization. Imagine that I am standing right in front of you, and in my hand, I am holding a chalice. It is filled with the purest mountain water, crystal clear, cool, refreshing. This water represents your life force, your chi. It is the energy you need to build your dreams, to love your family, and to heal your body. Now, imagine that I take a small vial of poison, cyanide, or perhaps something slower, like arsenic, and I let just one single drop fall into this chalice. Plip. The water still looks clear. It still smells like water, but the structure has changed. The purity is gone. If I offered this cup to you now, would you drink it? Of course not. You are not insane. You value your life. You would pour it out and demand a fresh cup. You would not tolerate even 0.1% of poison in your drinking water. And yet, when it comes to your mind, you drink the poison every single day. You wake up with a full cup of energy, but before you even get out of bed, you check your phone. You see the chaos of the world. One drop. You go to work, and you listen to a colleague complaining about the same problem for the 100th time. 2 drops. You answer a call from a family member who only calls to dump their anxiety on you. 3 drops. You engage in an argument that has no solution. 4 drops. By the time the sun sets, you are not drinking water anymore. You are drinking a toxic sludge of other people's drama. And you wonder, why am I so tired? Why is my body aching? Why can't I focus on my goals? You tell yourself, I am just being patient. I am just being a good friend. I am strong enough to handle it. My friend, listen to me closely. Biology does not care about your patience. Physiology does not care that you are a nice person. To your cells, drama is not just annoying noise. Drama is radiation. It is cortisol. It is adrenaline. It is inflammation. Every time you tolerate chaos that is not yours, you are aging your heart. You are shrinking your brain. You are weakening your immune system. The title of this lesson is not a metaphor. Protect your peace, or die trying. Because if you do not build a wall around your peace, the world will eat you alive. Not all at once, but bite by bite, drop by drop. Today, we are going to smash the poisoned cup. Today, we are going to look at the brutal cost of tolerating drama, and we are going to learn the art of the ruthless cut. Before we pick up the sword, take a breath. Look around you. The world is noisy. It is demanding. It is addicted to conflict. If you are here, listening to my voice, it is because your spirit is craving silence. It is craving order. We are building a sanctuary here, a digital monastery for those who refuse to be drained. If this resonates with you, if you are ready to stop leaking your power and start building your fortress, then signal your intent. Subscribe to the channel. Do not see it as a click. See it as you stepping through the gates of the temple. You are marking your territory. You are saying, here, I am safe. Here, I learn to fight. Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Peaceful Warrior. Now, let us perform the autopsy. Let us see what this drama is actually doing to your insides. We must first understand our enemy. What is drama? I am not talking about tragedy. Tragedy is real pain, sickness, death, loss. We must meet tragedy with compassion. I am talking about drama. Drama is manufactured chaos. It is the unnecessary conflict created by people who are addicted to attention. Most people think drama is harmless. They think, oh, I just listen. I don't participate. I just let it enter one ear and leave the other. This is the first lie. Nothing simply leaves the human mind without touching it. We have something in our brains called mirror neurons. These are designed for survival. When you see someone in pain, you feel a shadow of that pain. When you see someone angry, your heart rate increases to match theirs. We are biological Wi-Fi routers. We are constantly downloading the emotional state of the people around us. So, when you sit for an hour listening to a friend gossip, complain, and spin in circles of negativity, you are not just listening, you are syncing. Your brain is mimicking their chaos. You are inhaling their emotional smoke. You would not sit in a small room with a chain smoker and say, "I am not smoking, so my lungs are safe." You know about secondhand smoke. You know it kills. Drama is secondhand stress. Every minute you spend validating someone's victimhood, your body is producing cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. It is designed to save you from a tiger. It shuts down your digestion. It suppresses your immune system. It halts your body's repair processes. When you are surrounded by drama, your body thinks you are living in a war zone. You are constantly in fight or flight mode, even while you are sitting on your sofa drinking tea. You are burning your engine at 100% capacity while parked in the garage. And the cost? The cost is your destiny. Think about the last 5 years of your life. How many hours did you spend trying to fix people who do not want to be fixed? How many hours did you spend talking about problems that you did not create? How many nights did you lose sleep over an argument that meant nothing? Now, imagine if you had invested all of that energy into you, into your body, into your business, into your art, into your meditation. Where would you be today? You are not tired because you are working hard. You are tired because you are carrying luggage that does not belong to you. You are acting as a trash can for other people's garbage. And then you wonder why you smell like trash. It is not noble to be a trash can. It is not spiritual to let people vomit their toxicity on you. It is a lack of self-respect. We need to identify who these people are, because often the people bringing the poison are the ones closest to us. They are the architects of chaos, and they are masters of disguise. Now that we know the poison exists, we must find out who is pouring it into your cup. We call them the architects of chaos. You know them. They are the people who seem to live in a perpetual state of emergency. Every week, there is a new catastrophe. Every relationship is a war. Every boss is a tyrant. Every ex-partner is a narcissist. At first, you feel sorry for them. Your heart opens. You think, this poor person has such bad luck. I must help them. But look closer. Is it bad luck? Or is it a pattern? If someone smells like smoke everywhere they go, maybe the house is not on fire. Maybe they are the arsonist. The architect of chaos is not looking for peace. Peace bores them. Peace feels empty to them because they are addicted to the adrenaline of the struggle. And because they cannot generate their own energy, they must steal yours. They are energy vampires. But unlike the vampires in the movies, they don't bite your neck. They bite your time. They bite your attention. They call you at 11 p.m. with a crisis. They demand you listen to their 20-minute voice message, and when you finish listening, you feel exhausted. Your head hurts. You feel like you just ran a marathon. And they feel great. They just offloaded their anxiety onto you. They used you as a charging station. But here's the hard question. The question that will make you uncomfortable. Why do you let them? Why do you pick up the phone? Why do you stay in the conversation? Why do you invite them back into your life? This brings us to the savior trap. You think you are helping because you are a good person. You think you are being an empath. But let us be honest. Let us look at the shadow. Often, we attract architects of chaos because we have a savior complex. When someone comes to you with a problem, it makes you feel needed. It makes you feel important. It makes you feel strong. Look at me. I am the wise one. I am the stable one. I can fix this. Your ego loves the drama just as much as they do. You are addicted to being the hero. And the architect of chaos knows this. They smell your need to be needed. They know that if they present a sad enough story, you will open the door. You are not a victim of their drama. You are a volunteer. You have an open for business sign on your forehead that says, "Dump your trash here. I will sort it for you." We must destroy this sign. We must understand the difference between helping and enabling. Helping is giving a map to someone who is lost. Enabling is driving the car for them because they refuse to learn how to drive. Helping is offering a hand to someone in a hole. Enabling is jumping into the hole with them and sitting in the mud so they don't feel lonely. How do you know the difference? How do you spot an architect of chaos before they drain you? There is a simple test. I call it the yes, but test. When someone comes to you with a problem, offer them a clear, simple solution. Say, "I hear you. Have you tried doing X?" A person who wants to be healed will say, "That is a good idea. I will try it." An architect of chaos will say, "Yes, but I can't because of my mother. Yes, but I don't have the money. Yes, but you don't understand." They have a but for every solution. They are not looking for a way out of the hole. They are looking for an audience to watch them suffer in the hole. They want your pity, not your wisdom. If you offer a solution twice, and they reject it twice, stop. Do not offer a third time. Step back. Realize that this person does not want to change. They want to complain. And if you continue to listen, you are not helping them. You are feeding their addiction. You are robbing them of the consequences of their own choices. As long as you are there to cushion their fall, they will never learn to stand up. By saving them, you are keeping them weak. So, the most compassionate thing you can do, for them and for yourself, is to close the door. But how do we do this without guilt? How do we cut the cord when we have been conditioned to say yes our entire lives? We need a weapon. In the Shaolin tradition, we use the Sword of Wisdom to cut through illusion. We need to learn the art of the Ruthless Cut. We have identified the poison. We have identified the poisoners. Now, we must remove them from the temple. In our tradition, we honor a figure called Manjushri. He is often depicted holding a flaming sword. This is not a sword of violence. It is not a sword of anger. It is the sword of wisdom. It cuts through ignorance. It cuts through attachment. It cuts through illusion. To protect your peace, you must pick up this sword. You must become a surgeon of your own life. A surgeon does not cut a patient because he hates the patient. He cuts to remove the gangrene so the body can live. If the surgeon is too afraid to cut, the patient dies. Your hesitation is not kindness. It is fatal. So, how do we use this sword in the modern world? How do we cut the drama without becoming a villain? The first strike of the sword is the word no. Many of you are terrified of this word. You think no is an insult. You think no is a rejection, so you say maybe. You say I'll try. You say yes when your soul is screaming no. You must reframe this immediately. No is not a rejection of the other person. No is a protection of your limited energy. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you are saying no to your own health. You are saying no to your own peace. And remember, no is a complete sentence. You do not need to explain. You do not need to justify. I cannot do that. I am not available for this conversation right now. This does not work for me. Stop apologizing for having boundaries. Do you apologize for locking your front door at night? No. You lock it to keep the safety inside. Your no is the lock on your mental door. Use it. Now, for the people you cannot simply cut off, perhaps family, perhaps colleagues, you need a more precise technique. I call this the 3-minute rule. The architect of chaos wants to loop. They want to tell the same sad story for hours. Do not give them hours. Give them 3 minutes. Minute 1, you listen, you offer your presence. Minute 2, you validate their feeling. I understand this is hard for you. Minute 3, you pivot to the solution. So, what is your plan to fix this? If they reject the solution and try to go back to the beginning of the story, the sword comes down. You say, I love you, but I have given you my advice. I cannot help you further with this. We can talk about something else, or I must go. And then, This is the hardest part. You must actually go. Walk away. Hang up the phone. They will be shocked. They might call you selfish. Let them. Their anger is not your responsibility. Their shock is just the reaction of a parasite losing its host. For the most toxic cases, the ones who drain you simply by walking into the room, you must initiate an energy quarantine. Just as we isolate a sick person to stop a virus from spreading, you must isolate the drama bringers. You do not hate them. You simply place them behind glass. You limit the contact. You control the environment. You do not answer the phone immediately. You reply hours later or days later. You keep the conversation brief, factual, and boring. You become uninteresting to them. If you stop feeding them your emotional reaction, they will eventually leave to find another food source. This path requires courage, because when you start using the sword, people will leave, the crowd will thin out, and for a moment, you will feel alone. But do not mistake solitude for loneliness. Loneliness is an emptiness. Solitude is a fullness. Solitude is where the master is made. You are clearing the weeds so the flowers can grow. You are emptying the cup so it can be filled with something better. But what fills the cup? Once you have cut the drama, what do you build in its place? How do you ensure that the peace you fought for stays forever? You must build a citadel. You have used the sword. You have cut the toxic vines. You have silenced the noise. Now, look around you. What remains? Silence. Space. For the first time in years, you can hear your own thoughts. This terrifies most people. They rush to fill the silence with new drama, new distractions, new noise. Do not do this. You must build a citadel in this empty space. A citadel is a fortress. Its walls are high, its gates are heavy. Inside the citadel, the air is different. The rules are different. Inside, your peace is not a preference. It is a law. You must understand that peace is expensive. It is the most expensive thing in the world because it costs you people. When you start protecting your peace, you will lose friends who only liked you because you were their doormat. You will lose family members who only called you when they needed a punching bag. You will be called selfish. You will be called cold. You will be called arrogant. Let them call you whatever they want. Their names cannot penetrate the walls of the citadel. You must reach a state of zero drag. In aerodynamics, drag is the resistance that slows a plane down. Drama is drag. It hooks onto your ego. It hooks onto your need to be right. It hooks onto your need to be liked. When you have zero drag, you become like water. Someone insults you, it flows through you. Someone tries to provoke a fight, you do not hook. You smile and keep walking. You become unoffendable. You become untouchable. This is true power. Power is not controlling others. Power is controlling your own reaction to others. Now, I want to take you to the end. Fast forward the clock. 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Imagine you are lying in a bed. The room is quiet. Your breath is shallow. You are taking your final breaths on this earth. In that moment, everything becomes crystal clear. You look back at the movie of your life, and you realize you spent 40 years of it fighting battles that were not yours. You spent decades trying to fix a broken partner. You spent thousands of hours listening to gossip that poisoned your soul. You sacrificed your dreams to make other people comfortable. You lived a second-hand life. You were a supporting actor in someone else's tragedy. Can you feel the weight of that regret? It is heavier than any mountain. It is a regret that cannot be fixed because the time is gone. Do not let that be your ending. Wake up. The clock is ticking right now. Every time you say yes to drama, you are burning a page of your own book. Every time you tolerate disrespect, you are spitting on your own future. You have a duty, not to your neighbor, not to your boss, not even to your parents. You have a duty to the potential that was placed inside of you by the universe, and that potential cannot grow in toxic soil. Protect your peace like a mother protects her newborn child, fiercely, without apology, without hesitation. This path is not for everyone. Most people will choose the comfort of the crowd over the solitude of the mountain. Most people will choose to be nice rather than be free. But if you are one of the few, if you are ready to stand inside your citadel, if you are ready to let the world burn with its own drama while you tend to your own garden, then make the vow. Do not type it for me. Type it for yourself. Declare it to the algorithm of your own destiny. My peace is non-negotiable. Leave that mark, and then turn off the screen. Go outside, breathe the air, and for the first time, live for yourself. Amitwofo.